Hello, today I'll be doing two Millipede videos. I just thought it'd be better to do them both at the same time. There's actually three in there, just so people know. Both ones down there, and it seems to be hoarding dog biscuits. Yeah. Basically, this first video is going to be pet stories. The second one is going to be a care sheet video. So literally, if you watch the video that I will be uploading after this, it'll explain how to care for these. So this will be why I got them and stuff. And after, you can just see the care sheet if you're more interested and if you actually want to have these as pets. It'll be straight after, and he'll explain everything you need to know pretty much in these two videos. So I'll move on to it. First, when I got these, well, I'll start at the reasoning behind why I got them. I don't know, it seems I like inverts a lot more. Mainly because you don't need as much space. Like, this is perfectly fine for a trio of Millipedes. It is a large, tall Exoterra. That's how big it is compared to my hand. I'll just take a tape measure out just to make it even better for people. It is 50 inches long and 8 inches tall. And that's perfect for Millipedes. I've always liked Millipedes. They've always interested me because I know they're very handleable, and I was a bit nervous about having them. Say with my cockroaches, I've said this before, I wasn't a massive fan on inverts and I was a bit scared of them. So I thought, what's the best way to solve my fear? Buy some. So to start off with, they were in that tank, and basically the reasoning behind what I got them was I had that spare tank. My frogs used to be in it, and I said to my dad, I'm going to this show, because it when my parents were away and my auntie took me. I'm going to Donny's show, which I go to. I went twice last year, even though they were free, and this year I will be going to all three. There's two left this year, but I'll go on to that in another video. But basically, I went to Donny's show, and I was there, and basically I got told by my parents. I was saying, what can I have? I said tarantulas, no. I said scorpion, another scorpion. They went no. And pretty much because I did still have my scorpion at the time. So basically I went Millipedes, and they went, yeah, go on then. As long as they can fit in that tank, you're allowed Millipedes. So looking around the show, there were a few scorpions that interested me, a few tarantulas, but obviously I couldn't get them. And there were a few snakes, and my auntie were reinforcing, your parents really think you'll be allowed that? And I'm like, no. So I basically went up to this stand, and it was Bugs UK, and as I always mention, Bugs UK are one of my favourite invert stockists. Spider Shop are good for spiders, so are tartan tarantulas, but overall inverts, Bugs UK is probably the best for the overall because they've got everything. And basically, I went up to the stand, and there were a few different Millipedes, and one climbed out, and it were on my finger, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a Millipede or a centipede, because I didn't know much back then. This is when I was still a bit of a noob. And one of the common misconceptions is Millipedes have a million legs. No, they do not. It's more around 500 to 700, depending on species, and also taking into their stuff like they can lose legs. Males have a couple of less legs than females because they have the sexual organs there and stuff like that. So just to get that out of the way, I will be mentioning that in my care video as well because it's a common misconception. And basically I saw a lot of these. There must have been about 20-30 in a big long tub, and I knew that they like to be kept in trios, so I just thought I'll get 3, and I basically went, preferably can I have 2 females and a male? And he went, I don't have sex them. So I went, oh, just grab me any. And then, funny enough, a bloke came up to me and went, can I video you? And I went, this is a bit shifty, this. And basically, I got on TV, on BBC, on a programme about basically people slagging off people in the hobby. And it was saying that it's evil to keep these animals. No, it isn't. They are kept much better, they live longer. I'm not going into it, it's an ongoing argument, I might do a rant video about it, but basically it videoed me, and I was on BBC One buying Millipedes, and my mates found the video on BBC iPlayer, and they was constantly showing me, Connor, you're buying Millipedes on BBC? Yes, I know. But anyway, moving on. So I got the trio, and there's also an ongoing thing. Well, it's not really an argument. It's however people prefer to keep them. I used to keep them in deep substrate and not much on top, and basically they did like it, and it seems to have made them calm down a lot. Like, as you can see, they're not shy at all. Even the one behind there has not buried itself, so they're not shy at all. They're staying out a lot more, which I think they prefer. So I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to do my care video after with this. And now, if I think they're good pets, millipedes are very good pets. I would keep to the bigger species if you're a beginner, because the small ones are a bit. There's no wrong with them. It's just they're a bit smaller, and it's like these are a lot bigger and they're a lot better. They're good children's pets, in my opinion. Hissing cockroaches and millipedes are one of the best invert pets for children. They don't need much looking after. They're very cheap, because these were free, £7 each. Usually you're looking about 15 now, and so it came to 21 quid for free. And basically paid for itself because I found 20 quid in parking. I want to say parking lot, but that's American. Car park. Yeah, I'm an idiot. But yeah, there were a £20 note in car park, so I just thought, just paid for the sevens. They just go through veg. I like to give them the good ends of veg, but I know a lot of people just give them scraps. But I feed mine dog biscuits and oranger, and then on the other hand I give them calcium dust on cucumber, and that's what they've got at the moment. So they're very cheap pets. You rarely need to clean them out, if I'm honest. I think the term's decomposers, so basically the wool poo. I don't know if you can see any pellets. I can't see any pellets at the moment, but they poo little pellets, and they don't really create mould. If I'm honest, they're a very clean species. I only had to clean them out last time because of the weather. It somehow flooded and the soil would not take in humidity at all. It just dropped it all out as water. But yeah, they do prefer this. You can see mites running around. Do not get rid of the mites on these. Mites are good for millipedes, as they're cleaning mites and they keep the joints and stuff. That's why there's not much mould. And that's why millipedes are really clean pets. Well, clean but live in dirt, but you get what I mean. They're very good pets because and the mites do keep them clean. They need the mites to live, really. So don't be spraying them off, worrying. Mites are completely harmless, and I'll go into that in more detail in the care video. But as I said, they're very good beginner pets. They're one of the few inverts I'd actually say are good for children. I won't go into any other millipede species. I forgot to say these are giant African millipedes. I cannot remember the Latin name. It's something gigas, I think. But if you just look at the world's biggest millipede species, this is what they are. They're very friendly, very handleable pets. Never show signs, ever. They're vegetarians, so they won't bite you. They'd nibble you, like one's nibbled me before, but that's because I was cutting cucumber and I smelt it and they were hungry. But it weren't a hard nibble. It was like, oh, you're not food, and leave me be, and just walked up my arm. They're very slow, which is another good thing, as they're good pets. But the only thing I would warn, I have them on a shelf where this lid can't be pushed off, so it basically slides in perfectly. They can't actually push the lid off. They're very strong animals. Just so you know that. That's a little bit of a warning, but I'll go to more detail in my care video. But as I said, I got them because I wanted to conquer my fear. They are very good pets. I do not regret it, and I've had them for about a year now, and I've had no problems at all. Completely perfect pets, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to move on to my care video. It will be the next video after this, so if you want care tips, that'll be in there, and it's going to be very in detail because it's going to be a professional one and be a lot different from my other care video. So yeah, thanks for watching Pet Stories. This has been my giant African millipedes. I forgot to mention they're called Alpha, Beta and Gamma, and if you don't know what that is, it's the Magnet Warriors from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bit of a naff name, but yeah. I just thought I'd go into that. That is Pet Stories. I can't remember what the next one would be, but I need to do this video. So yeah, see you in a bit, people. Well, that one's actually going around to check on another. See you in a bit.